eventually I called my mom and I said, Mom, I lost my passport. I mean, they lost my passport and they don't know where it is. And so then she was like, oh my God, how did they lose your passport? That's like so like
crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
Well, the American family of that 11-year-old boy who was traveling on his own from Denver to Toronto last weekend is raising concerns after they say Air Canada lost their son's passport, leaving him stuck here at Pearson.
The gate attendant had his passport. There's an envelope that goes along with an unaccompanied minor. It was in their custody when he boarded the flight. And that was the last time we saw it.
Jessica Hernandez says she and her husband were confident their 11-year-old son would be fine traveling on his own to visit cousins in Toronto last weekend. Air Canada staff would be taking care of him and his travel documents every step of the way.
I said, can I put my passport in my bag now? I don't want to lose it. Because my mom said, make sure to like keep track of your passport because it's really important. And so I asked her, and she's like, says, oh, no, we need it for a little bit longer. We'll give it to you during the plane ride.
But Mateo says they never did return it. And after the plane took off, a flight attendant came to ask if he had it in his bag. That's when he realized no one knew where his passport was.
I was a little bit worried that we wouldn't actually get out of the airport.
Mateo says when he landed at Pearson, he spent about 45 minutes waiting at Canadian Customs while staff discussed what to do. That's when he decided to call his mother on his cell phone to explain what was going on.
Nobody from Air Canada contacted us.
Hernandez was eventually able to send her son a picture of his passport, and Mateo was let through. But she says she was appalled by the lack of communication from Air Canada about the incident.
I thought that right away they would have explained to us what happened, been very apologetic, assured us that it would never happen again.
We were trying to get, Air Canada's help with this. Just, is it officially lost? Where is it? What should we do? But no one ever called us to tell us what to do.
With his parents out of the country, Mateo's aunt and uncle had to sign documents authorizing them to get him an emergency passport from the U.S. consulate.
It's cost just the fees of the passports and the pictures and the time off work and the hours on the phone. It's cost a lot of money.
After we reached out to Air Canada this afternoon, they did respond with an apology and say they've been working to locate the lost passport with no luck. They say they've been in contact with the family and they'll be reimbursing them for the cost of his new emergency passport. Are you glad to have it, relieved to have it in your hand?
Yeah, I definitely am.
What will you do? What will you tell them when you get to the airport with this?
I'm going to say, take really good care of this because, the last time you guys lost it, and I really don't want that to happen again.
Now, Mateo's family says they'd love to leave him in charge of his own passport as he boards a flight to Denver tomorrow, but they're not sure Air Canada will allow that. Meanwhile, Canadian Border Services says that if someone does lose their passport while they're already in transit, they deal with it on a case-by-case basis. In this situation, it seems they allowed the photocopy of his passport because his passport had already been scanned at the airport in Denver.